I've got bad news, everyone. We're back on Route 66. Which, of course, isn't the bad news. Usually that's the good news. But the bad news is that over here at the Harvey House in Barstow, California, aka the Casa del Desierto, this beautiful, lovely, old, historic train station that we have filmed many times. Wonderful, beautiful, still here. This place once contained a Route 66 museum around the back, which sadly is now closed and empty. Look at that. Nothing inside of those windows anymore. Although on the door over here, last little remnant remains. Look at that. The last little sticker. Route 66 Museum is gone. But they kept the sticker there. So that's kind of cool. A little Easter egg. Still survives. Now, if you didn't know, the Casa del Desierto back there, the Railroad Hotel, the Harvey House, was once one of the fanciest places you could stop along the rails. This one's a beautifully kept up example. They got a railroad museum in there. It's still an active Amtrak station here in Barstow, California. Because of the Route 66 museum inside, it was always a great place to stop whenever I would do trips along the Mother Road. This is also where that very scary bridge used to cross the tracks. You can see a piece of the bridge here, now replaced with a modern, much more safer, much more comfortable bridge. Anyway, the good news is the Harvey House is still here. The Railroad Museum is still here. Still a nice oasis. Still a great stop if you're traveling between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. To stretch the legs, they got some pretty nice bathrooms inside of there. Sadly, it's basically no longer a real bona fide Route 66 stop because the Mother Road Museum is gone. Oh well, anyway. Happy New Year, everybody. As I record this, we're in the first real day of the year, January 2nd, 2025. That is going to be hard to get used to. And I'm just here stopping to stretch my legs on my way between Southern California and Las Vegas, Nevada. I always feel a little bit like a rebel when I do this because, of course, everybody goes to Vegas for New Year's, and so most of the traffic is going the other way. It's the perfect time to visit Vegas. I've got some friends that always go there every year around this time, and they always invite me to tag along. Normally, I never film anything between home and Vegas unless I'm doing a Route 66 trip, but this time I thought, why not let you guys tag along as well? Dude, we've had sort of misty, cold weather in Southern California, so I am super stoked to be out of the house and out in the sunshine. I love driving through Barstow and looking at all the old gas stations and the old buildings when, you know, before the interstate, when this was Route 66 territory. Barstow's sort of one of those places that's a living ghost town, which has inspired me to make this next stop up here just about 20 minutes or so farther down the road, because Barstow may look like a ghost town, but Calico is a ghost town. Let's do this. It's been a hot minute since I've been out here, but I am stoked to be back. It's probably the single best Old West day trip out of Los Angeles or the Disneyland area, and definitely the best place to plan on spending an hour or two to stretch your legs if you want to make a day of traveling between LA and Las Vegas. Oh, and finally, we're here. Town is awful busy today, and look at this, it still looks pretty festive. Look at that, Cowboy Christmas. Look at that, established 1896, an old silver mining town. Most people don't know it was mostly rebuilt by Walter Knott, who owned this town for a long time. It's almost the first thing he did after building his own ghost town at Knott's Berry Farm was to come along and buy himself a real ghost town. It's actually making me feel better that our Christmas stuff is not taken down yet, because look at that. Still Christmas here in the Old West, too. Oh, yeah. Also, Allie's here. Hello. It's weird going to Knott's Berry Farm so much this year, and, you know, over there, they're like, it's a Calico Christmas. And now I'm in Calico, and there's still some Christmas left over here, too. Look at this. Merry Christmas. Oh, look at this. Something else the Knott family would approve of. They got some fried chicken dinner going on today. Just noticed the fire bell is not attached to anything. It must have fallen, or the rope must have snapped or something. I'd love to ring that bell. Fire! Cause a good old-fashioned New Year's panic, you know what I'm saying? This is great. Look at this, I just noticed. 5 days till Christmas. I love that 5 days before Christmas somebody wrote that, and then nobody bothered to fix it. Nobody bothered. This is always the place I would retreat to when I was in a band and I wanted to go somewhere and just write songs or just get away from the normal, get away from my apartment full of roommates. I would just drive out to Calico Ghost Town, let that desert air clear the lungs and clean the mind. There's the old classic Bucket Brigade. I was gonna say, I guess they're prepared for fire, but no, they are not. It's so weird because I'm not used to seeing this many people in Calico. There's a huge amount of traffic, obviously, coming back from Las Vegas, as I mentioned. A lot of people pulled off the road today. The parking lot was full. Everyone's checking out. I'm happy for the town, but I'm tripping out. Normally it's like a few scattered people here and there, unless it's like a Saturday midday. The nice thing about this is that most of the stores are actually open, which I don't normally see when I camp here on random weekdays. In fact, I think Allie has disappeared over here into the Lane's general merchandise store. I was hoping to get a Old West pic at the Calico photo studio, but that's the one thing that appears to be closed today. Nothing feels as good as walking along a wooden boardwalk in an Old West desert town. Wonder where she went in here. Oh, there's a lot of candy. She's gonna have her arms full of candy. It looks like they fully embraced the ghost tours now for a while. They didn't do the ghost tours anymore. There was a county supervisor who was super anti, but Calico has gone full ghost tour now at nighttime. You can schedule those. Look at this guy, look at the cactus sheriff. This is gonna sound weird, but it's always nice to see toy guns. You never see toy guns in Southern California in any of the stores. You know, Target, even Disneyland doesn't have toy guns anymore, which was a staple for years. So it's nice to come out to the Old West, see the toy guns, and see all of the Old West reenactor paraphernalia, all the clothing in here. Allie managed to find the one corner that's like a vintage shop. This has old things. You always find the old things. You like old things. Good for me. She won't get sick of me because I'm old. Get it? I love that you can get your authentic sheriff's badge right here and then equip yourself with some Paw Patrol sunglasses to enjoy the Old West. When I was a kid, I always wanted this Beeman's gum because of the Rocketeer. Then I got some and I realized Beeman's gum is disgusting. All right, look at that. Right above the time capsule. It's the bust of Walter Knott. I love that he gave the county of San Bernardino a ghost town, and they gave him this commemorative plaque. I've got a couple of bricks at some attractions, Enchanted Forest in Oregon, and of course, Buck Adam on Route 66. I just realized, much to my own chagrin, I'll probably never have a commemorative plaque. There's the old print shop. They got a pretty cool shirt design now. That's nice. Some people enjoying the old town jail. I have just been enjoying Santa getting his britches ripped out by a dog. I guess Santa does have some things to worry about. Look at that. Looks like hard times have fallen on the pharmacy over here, but don't you think for a second it's closed. The proprietor is sitting there wondering where all the customers went.
It's that darn CVS.
Got the old original drugstore that is now the saloon, Lil's Saloon. No spitting, no drunkenness, no loose women. It's very Knott's Berry Farm. See, normally I start to get all hyper and crazy, and I am feeling the hyper. Yeah, I want to run around. I want to get in the minecart and pretend I'm in Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. But I also have some old photos and footage of Calico Ghost Town. I've been meaning to come out here and do a history project, and now I'm just kind of kicking myself and turning like, oh, dang it. I forgot about all that stuff. Probably for the best, though, because next time we come out here, maybe we can camp. I used to love camping up here at Calico. They had a big campground just down below the town itself. It is fantastic. This is one of my favorite spots right here. The blacksmith shop, which I have never seen open. I was here, but every once in a while they will have a blacksmith over here forging tools and hammering out some metal, as they do. But I have never personally myself seen that gate unlocked. Never. One day. See, it feels like no ghost town is complete without a blacksmith shop, because that was your Ace Hardware, your Home Depot, and your Best Buy, and your car dealership, all of the above of the day. Fix your wagon, get your hinges, shoe your horses. You need a blacksmith. There used to be one at Disneyland, and it was actually a rad nod to somebody in Walt Disney's family. They took it out years ago, but we'll save that talk for another time. Look at this. Man, there's so many people everywhere. It's throwing me off big time. Got the old Mystery Shack. Something sadly missing from Knott's Berry Farm, but still rocking out here at Calico. I believe at one time it burned down, and they rebuilt it. They definitely rebuilt several of these buildings up here that burned down. I know that for sure. Actually, it was specifically these buildings up here, the buildings that are now Rosie's Sweet Shop. And over here, Dorsey's Doghouse. They have a lot of dog stuff for sale, surprisingly, in there. In the Old West, I rarely see this shop open, but it's open today. Allie tried to go in the fudge shop to get some cash from the ATM. Unfortunately, the ATM is not working. Problems you would never expect to have. In the Old West, you know, you expect to have problems with bullies and gunfighters and Black Bart riding into town, robbing the stage. You don't expect to be like,
I need some money for the ATM. Is your ATM working? Oh my gosh. I need to buy lotion. It's so dry out here in the desert. Help.
oh, well. You know, as much as Much of this town was built by Walter Knott and his friends, a la Knott's Berry Farm. And of course today it's full of panning for gold and mystery shacks and rock shops. It was actually a real working silver mining town that became abandoned. It was a ghost town out here with very few people kind of straggling along up here. And so it kind of hits me in both of my sweet spots, right? Because there's actual history here, Old West history, and all that kitschy tour stuff that I love so much. I also, just for whatever reason, just love the desert. I think it was something about going on tour always with the band. You'd leave Southern California, and the first thing you'd hit was the desert out here. Sort of always felt like freedom. We've reached the desert. The beginning of freedom. The beginning of adventure. Here, look at this. It may be a ghost town, but it has some inhabitants. Look at these birds. What are they? Quail? Partridge? Snipe? I have no idea what these birds are. I'm not a bird expert. It looks like they're mining over here. Mining for food. Listen to that. They're like giant finches, the noises they're making. Weird. Ah, the old bottle house. I love the bottle house because it looks out over this little valley here, this ditch behind the main street of Calico. And down there was the original Chinatown. There were Chinese laborers out here working in the silver mines. Supposedly these down here are some of the remnants of Chinatown. Could have been any part of town really, because all these rammed earth walls were sort of ubiquitous. Obviously the rock construction, a lot of dry rock and wet rock construction. This is actual archaeology back here. I don't know if anyone's ever done real archaeological surveys, or they're just sort of like, too modern. We know what Calico is like. Just always inspires the imagination out here. Even if we only have a short stop, you can go in the mine tour, the Maggie mine, and see the glory hole in there. It's just a couple of bucks. Then, of course, you got the Calico and Odessa Railroad that takes a little loop out there through the Badlands, around where most of the actual town people's homes were, sort of off to the side, away from what is now downtown Calico, if you will. We don't have time for the attractions today because we're still headed towards Vegas, but I have to come up here every time. I have to take a look at the train. I have to peek at some of my favorite concrete miners over here. They've all seen better days. These are all Claude Bell sculptures. He's the guy that built the Cabazon dinosaurs, you know, the Pee-wee dinosaurs, and a lot of the concrete construction at Knott's Berry Farm, where he also had a portrait gallery. And this might be my favorite one. Look at it. It looks like the old Knott's Berry Farm miner with the burro. Seldom seen Slim. That's who most of those little statues are referencing. But this one has always been my favorite. Because to me, anyway, he's always looked a little bit like Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, what do you mean I can't go prospecting here, Mr. Potter? I have as good a right as any man to prospect these hills and dig for gold. You're so frustrated, warped, twisted old man, mother.
That's the worst Jimmy Stewart impression I've ever done. I'll work on it, I promise. All right, well, the wind is picking up, and we have to be in Las Vegas tonight, and there are several more attractions to stop at, so we'll have to come back to Calico, I hope soon, because it's one of my favorite places in Southern California. Calico Ghost Town, a little slice of the Old West. It's a little hard to tear myself away when I come to some place like this. I'm like, I want to stay for 3 days. I want to look at all of the things. I want to get some toy guns. And oh man, that was an extra shame that we're leaving early, because I just found out the good stuff's in here! What in the world? Alright, just gotta find the exit. Ah, it must be this way, get it? The outhouse. We'll go to the outhouse. Okay, never mind. Look at this, we couldn't even leave because there's more calico birds. Somebody had like a dog food bowl out for them. So these are becoming the town bird. Apparently there's some kind of quail. I've camped out here many times. I've seen some normal quail. I've never seen these weird striped, freaky calico birds. Well, you learn something new every day. I was feeling kind of cranky because I had to leave, and then I remembered the next stop is not far away. In fact, it's just right at the end of Calico Road where it hits the freeway again. It's the largest gas station in California. There it is, dead ahead. It's Eddie World, and would you look at the size of that ice cream sundae? It's like the cherry on top of any trip. Eddie World, Alley, look at this. Don't say I never take you anywhere fun. There's oodles of fun in here. Fun for the whole family. Look at Eddie World is still looking pretty festive. You will never find a place with more nuts and candy and plushes all mashed and mingling together. You can get your gummy rings. You can get your stuffed alligator, reenact scenes from Ace Ventura. Look at this, it's like all the in-laws are here, right? I like this. Look at this big old dog here, and then there's Clifford. Shouldn't Clifford be the biggest dog?
You're the man now, dog.
Dude, I don't think ever in my entire life I've seen a plush stork. Look at the size, it's life-size. A life-size plush stork with a baby bib on him. Perfect. Allie has already sourced a snack. That took like 5 seconds. They got Japanese snacks in here now?
Oh, Eddie, will you ever stop adding to your world?
Look at the size of that penguin right there. This is nuts. Oh my gosh, a slice and toss salad set. Then of course you got Jedediah's Jerky over there. You got the Calico Pizzeria. A lot of fresh food back here. Hamburgers and fries, sandwiches and salads. A real dog that I thought was plush for a second. I was like, another big plush husky. Nope, that's real. A colorful pink sparkly dragon. Party on at Eddie World forever. Eddie World party. Ooh, look at these. You always used to see big plush tigers at truck stops. My friend Ben and I always called them breakup tigers because like, who do you buy this for? Easy. Someone you're breaking up with. Like, here, you know, it's not working out. Sorry, I don't like you anymore, but here's a tiger. Cuddle this. Oh, yeah, that's what I want to see right there. The hot sauce section. You guys know I have celiac disease, so I can't always eat the hamburgers and the fries everywhere. But one of the few things I can enjoy are condiments on my gluten-free food, and so I am a big, huge hot sauce fan. And spoiler alert, a friend and I have concocted the ultimate hot sauce recipe, which I'll talk about more soon. I am very interested in getting some Random Land hot sauce right here. It's the best hot sauce of all time. More on that later. This selection is good, but not mighty enough. Luckily, I just remembered we're gonna make another stop in a little while that has even more hot sauce, although far fewer Funko Pops. Look at this. Psh, fictional characters. I've never seen a moose.
I'm starting to not believe in them.
See, now tigers are for breakups, but snakes. Oh, that's a great first date present. There's just something sexy about snakes. Oh, look at this. You got your sea life section. You got your dolphins over here. You can save the dolphins. Got your unicorns. I've seen as many of them in real life as I have seen moose. No roadside attraction worth its salt would be anything without some dinosaurs. You got your plush dinosaurs over there. And then you have the Mexican candy section, which is awesome. I feel like every single person who grew up in Anaheim knows the taste of Lucas all too well. Nice selection of Eddie World t-shirts. I don't know if I want that sea foam sort of weird. Is that green? What would you call that? That teal, turquoisey kind of color. I don't know if that's my color. I'll wait till they have like a white and gold one, I guess. Seriously, just to give you an idea, if you've never heard of Eddie World before, look at the size of this place. Look at the scale of it. Full-on fast food restaurants in here, jerky place, and coffee. Got a little coffee shop right in the corner there. Pete's Coffee. None of your Starbucks here. I mean, where else can you go to get some gummy hot dogs? Look at this Oscar Mayer brand name gummy hot dogs, some coffee, beef jerky, and a plush penguin and or stork. Nowhere, that's where. Oh, hello, Allie. Uh-oh, even more snacks. Look at that. They got ice cream, caramel corn, a beverage bar, and if you go use the restrooms here, the men's restrooms anyway, the urinals are literally video games. So you're using your biology to play a video game at the urinal. Not something you can do everywhere. Probably a little too busy to be able to film any part of the restroom, but I just like this sign right here, the little Eddie guy from Eddie's World. Crossing his legs. Same thing in the hallway. Look at that sign right there. Look at that. Unfortunately, the video games in the restroom are in fact broken at the moment, but that's okay. I wasn't hydrated enough for those anyways. All we gotta do now is just wait in line, purchase our products, and then hit the road again. Eddie World, party on forever, llama party!
I'm not a breakup tiger. I'm a proposal tiger.
Don't listen to him. He's lying.
Normally when I travel around, I try to find out-of-the-way places I've never been before, you know, obscure little haunts and small towns. But today, we're doing the classics, baby. LA to Vegas, there's no stone left unturned. Might as well enjoy ourselves. So, man, we're hitting all the classics today, all the good stops. The next one is no exception. Just a little bit of driving to go, though. Probably about 45 minutes or so. Be at the next, and possibly nowadays, the most legendary stop between LA and Vegas. I'm talking about Baker. I hate this road, no one knows how to drive. I really hate this road, no one knows how to drive on this road. Ever, I-15, you know what I'm talking about. If you ever drove the road I'm talking about. Well, It should have only been 45 minutes. Took quite a bit longer. It's one of those days where everyone is following way too close and slamming on their brakes. And every car has to pull over to the side of the road, which has been Teslas. There are like 4 different Teslas broken down. I don't know what the deal is. Every time there's a car broken down on the side of the freeway, everybody brakes and goes crazy. Just one of those days. But off in the distance, we finally are on the outskirts of Baker. Down there, right next to that dry lake bed. Let's get down there. Let's get out of the car. Oh, finally. Finally! Look at that, home of the Royal Hawaiian Motel, which obviously has seen better days. This thing's been abandoned here for years, but now it's all fenced off, and it looks like it's finally getting really close to being demolished. Although you never know, why not just leave it there? It's a beautiful ruin. Take down the fence, let people spray paint on it. What's the difference at this point, right? The Royal Hawaiian. Then, of course, you got the infamous Mad Greek Cafe over there. It's moved locations a couple of times, but still going strong in Baker. And over here, the, I say less well-known. Then, of course, you've got the legendary Mad Greek Cafe, which is very well-known, obviously, from all the billboards and stuff. If you've ever driven between Vegas and LA, you'll see the Mad. I think they've moved locations a couple of times, but still going strong. Less well-known is what's across the street over here. It's the Old Country Store. It's a very lucky lotto location. 8 jackpot winners bought their tickets right here at the country store. They got 400 Shody Pops and one of my favorite murals over here on the side of the building. Mostly, and I'm trying to make a shadow there, because this goofy version of the Disneyland castle on it. Then you got Hollywood, all the California stuff. But best of all, inside over 400 cans of Shody Pop. There it is, look at that. Doesn't look like 400 to me, but there's still some freezers over there. Lots of cute sodas. Allie, I know what you're thinking in your head. You're like, oh, cute, huh? Yeah. That's exactly what you were thinking. They got Jones, they got Hanks, they got Stallings. Ooh, something for my friend Tuna Tyler right here. Actually, that kind of looks like Tyler. Now, this is sort of yesteryear's hot spot. I mean, unless you're looking for lottery tickets. So they have some interesting stuff in here. Look at this. You got the Welcome to Las Vegas mouse pad. Everyone could use one of those. A large dream catcher. Giant flask. And they got this stuff. Classy. I am here specifically now to grab a lottery ticket. We were just going to pop in and look at the soda, but now I'm grabbing a lottery ticket. Get myself a quick pick. Because you know what, dude? At this place, the odds are 50-50. Right? You either win or you don't. You gotta play to win. All right, we got our lotto ticket. Look, I don't normally gamble, but I'm heading to Vegas right now. And I figure it's probably safer to spend $2 on a lottery ticket than to throw, you know, $100 in a slot machine or something like that. So when in Rome, or when in Baker, really. And speaking of Baker, when you're here, don't forget to check into the old Bun Boy Motel. And Baker is also home to the world's tallest thermometer, which now has the Temp 134 gift shop. I think that's a radio station, Temp 134. So they have a radio station over here and a gift shop. The temperature does go all the way up to 134 degrees, the hottest verified recorded temperature on the planet, recorded in Death Valley years and years ago. They almost broke the record a couple of years ago. It got up in the 130s again, up to 132 or 133. My brother and I went there and filmed Death Valley in a heat wave. I think you can look that up. We were wearing long sleeves and getting dragged on the internet. Like, why are these people wearing long sleeves? Because it helps keep the moisture. You ever seen a Bedouin in a tank top? No. Ask Les Stroud, man. Ask Survivor, man. He'll back me up. So the world's largest thermometer, you know what I'm going to say. Look at the size. That thing is gargantuan. Hey, big temperatures, big thermometers, right? Death Valley is very nearby. This is sort of the gateway to Death Valley. This is where you split off and head up there. But I think now, even more than the gateway to Death Valley, or the home of the Mad Greek, or the home of the world's tallest thermometer, not largest, Baker is best known now as being the home of that thing over there. The future UFO Hotel and Alien Fresh Jerky. It's time for my annual checkup. See what the progress is like. Yes, once again, we're back at Alien Fresh Jerky. I remember when this was just a little stucco building, sort of like the food court across the street, if you can see that in the background. Just so normal looking, a little hut. Alien Fresh Jerky. Only the jerky was themed. Now the whole building is this giant trawler thing, space trawler. And I remember when they added that huge LED sign that looks like an alien robot thing. And then they announced something that I have dreamed of building my whole life, a UFO hotel, which they're building behind this thing. And I've had to check up on the progress every time I pass through for years. It's finally happening. It's going to open supposedly sometime this year. Hard to see in this light. You can see the aliens up in the control tower there. And then of course they're down here in their spaceship. It's classic. I know, it's cliche. Everybody stops here. Everybody stops here. But even though I'm like the poster child, in my brain at least, for like the kind of person where if something's popular, like, well, then I'm going the other way kind of a thing, I can't help but love this. It's fantastic. I mean, yes. I can remember when it was just this. It was just this weird car. The Interplanetary Galactic Federation Patrol Car. Look at that sweet gun up there. You need a sweet gun if you're gonna travel through space. So freaking cool. Dude, and then look at the hotel rising up there. That is so freaking awesome. I have been dying to stay in that place for years. And it looks like soon I will finally be able to live that particular dream. All right, yes, the jerky is fresh. Alien fresh, as a matter of fact. But what I particularly like about the Alien Fresh Jerky store is, of course, all the alien swag. But also, they have added an intergalactic ton of hot sauce in here. They've got hot sauce, mild hot sauce, mildly offensive hot sauce, and very offensive hot sauce in here of all kinds. You're gonna see some bad words on some of these. Sorry about that. Look at this dark side of the pepper. So many actually good gourmet sort of boutique hot sauces in here. Ooh, Salvation sauce. I've not tried that yet. And among the various hot sauces, somewhere betwixt the jerkies, they have a friend of mine's hot sauce hiding in here somewhere. I'm having the hardest time finding. Oh, I found it. Music to your mouth, Himalayan jalapeno. Not too hot. This stuff is super good. You can even put this on spaghetti, which I know sounds like blasphemy from a Sicilian guy. Very sweet tasting, kind of salsa verde type hot sauce. Very, very good. And my friend Johnny, who I call Johnny Hot Sauce, who cooked this up, the guy behind Music to Your Mouth, he's the one that helped me come up with the Random Land hot sauce recipe. And I hope, my dream is one day to have my hot sauce here with the alien jerky. Dude, look at this. It's like a 3D TV. It's like a lenticular, I don't know if that comes across at all. That is freaky looking. Weird.
We gave them our alien technology.
I like this. I like this book called The Case for Mars. Like they have to make a case that it exists, or, ooh, look at that Roswell UFO crash. What they don't want you to know. Oh my gosh, I've always dreamed of this moment. I found a gummy pickle. Dude, this is crazy. This is nuts, you might say. Look at all of this. Dude, it is packed in here today. I do not recommend making this drive directly after New Year's Day. Almost all these people are headed towards California, not towards Vegas like us. They just can't wait to get their grubby paws on some Alien Fresh Jerky. There's a lot of flavors here. Look at Weed Killer Hot Jerky, but the best flavor of all, I would say, is this one. The Invisible Jerky. I love this place, dude. I cannot help but love this place. Much like Uranus, Missouri, which is a real place. Look it up. They sell a lot of fudge there. Yes, yes, yes. It's a modern roadside attraction rather than sort of the classic roadside attractions from the mid-century that I love so much.
Come closer and share with you my secrets, I shall.
But it's so over the top. It's so perfect. And to me, it's right up there with the best roadside attractions in America. I wish they'd franchise. I wish it'd be like Buc-ee's, right? They could have Alien Fresh Jerky all across the country, but I suppose before that could happen, they'd have to finish that hotel. Dude, look at that. I can remember when this was just a fence. There was like a sort of vinyl banner on it that said, "Coming soon, UFO Motel." And then they started building this little thing, which turned out to just be a pretzel stand. Alien pretzels. Yes, pretzels in the shape of aliens. And then they started building this building back there, and I thought, that's the UFO Motel? Doesn't look like a UFO to me. It doesn't look like the concept art. And then they started building the UFO Motel itself. I cannot wait to stay in this thing. I cannot wait to be looking out one of those windows at the beautiful scenery of Baker. Here, I'll give you the 360. I don't care. I'm that excited to stay in a UFO motel. It's always been my dream. I always said for years while we would tour around and travel around in the band, I was always like, man, if I ever won the lottery, I would build this huge crash UFO and make it a motel and a tourist attraction. Now someone has actually gone and done it. And I can't hate, I can't even be jealous because it's so awesome. Old Man Jerky built all of this
I had this crazy idea about aliens.
Dude, this is gonna be out of this world. At least the hotel will be. The fence looks like it came from Versailles. What the heck? Weird. All right, well, currently the UFO hotel, ticket office, and alien pretzel pickup location, there's the rest of the menu right there, is closed, and the sun is setting down there beyond them mountains over on that Pacific coast. We don't have much time left, but we have one more stop before we hit Vegas. First, though, we've got to cross the state line. Hopefully it won't take too long. It's just about 55 miles away our next stop is. Today, it's not how long everything's taking, it's how much everybody keeps slamming on their brakes for no reason. I don't know what's up with that. I gotta say, too, I hate to be a traitor to my own state, but I've driven in 49 states in this country, and by far the worst drivers have to be in California, specifically between Las Vegas and Los Angeles. No one in California knows what a passing lane is. That's the problem. Anyway, I won't make you suffer the whole drive. We're getting back on the freeway. Are there any songs about leaving California? Like, we got California, Here I Come, when you're coming to California. But if you're leaving, it's just California, here we go. We're going away from yo. I hate that the camera wasn't going during this moment, but Allie just asked me, where do they make jerky from? And without missing a beat, I said, jerks. Yes, nailed it. She meant which part of the cow. But when I see an opportunity for a dad joke, I exploit it. Oh my gosh, we literally found songs about Allie's hometown. We're listening to Yuba City songs. There are Yuba City songs. All right, we have made it to the state line. About to cross over to Nevada. Do you call it Nevada or Nevada? And are you from here? Were you born here? I like to say Nevada, but just to be, you know, just to be that guy. Oh, I'm going to Nevada. This is weird because we just entered Prim. Look at Whiskey Pete's sign is on, but I thought the casino was closed. Why are the lights on? Oh, let it burn all night. Everything here is basically closing up. A victim of the times. Okay, I'm not interested in Prim. I'm interested in what comes right after. All right, speaking of huge gas stations, we finally made it to the Terribles just outside of Las Vegas. Dude, this Terribles, the one in Jean, Nevada, right across from the old abandoned Gold Strike Casino. Was it Gold Strike? It's nothing now. It's just all gone. This Terribles is the biggest gas station in Nevada. 50,000 square feet inside, 96 fuel pumps. It's nothing compared to one of those huge Buc-ee's, but it is pretty large, and the inside isn't terrible at all. Look at this, we're not even all the way in yet. You got airplanes, you got outhouses, you got freaking Zoltar over there. Normally when I come in here, it's empty. Once again, because of New Year's, it's freaking packed in here. A lot of travelers today at Terribles. And actually last year when we went back out to Area 51, Tyler and George and I, my friends, we made a stop out here because Terribles has added a whole alien outpost over here. They have so much freaking merchandise, much of the same merchandise you can get out actually driving the extraterrestrial highway out to Area 51. Look at that. You even have the alien vodka, like the visitor center out there, and they have this huge freaking flying saucer in here. I always want to say UFO. It's not a UFO, it's a flying saucer. We know what it is. Look at what's up with the mouse pads? Are mice making a comeback? What's up with all the mouse pads? I haven't had a mouse for years, and I've had all kinds of wrist problems. Probably should be using a mouse. Look at these freaking alien statues. These are freaking, they're sick. I keep saying freaking. Why am I freaking so much? Alas, poor Blop. I knew him closely up. Well, this is attractive. This is not alien related. But look at this pencil sharpener right here. Can I get it to work? It works! Look at this, just little rides in here. You got the forest train, which honestly is creepier than the aliens. You got about 8 billion kinds of candy. You have the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada photo op over here. It's very weird because they used to have a different photo op right over here on this wall with that sort of backdrop behind it. I honestly, sincerely, highly recommend you stop at Terribles and take a picture with this sign rather than trying to take a picture with the real sign, especially if it's a weekend or any kind of busy holiday in Las Vegas. Very difficult to, well, you have to stand in line for a long time if you want the perfect shot. But hey, at Terribles, you can get the perfect shot right away. I didn't know aliens wore tank tops. Clearly, they don't know about the Bedouin. See? Oh, dude, more hot sauce. Max's Flameless hot sauce. created by a young entrepreneur. I bet there's a nice story there. There's old Max. Ooh, lots of skulls over here. You can pick something up for grandma on the way home. Some dragons, some creepy dolls. Hey, look at this guy in the toilet. Me, or maybe I should have said mood. I don't know what the kids say. What are the kids saying?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Inspirational Zen glass stones. I'm going to dream big tonight. I'm going to have faith.
And courage. And joy.
Wait, you forgot to put in the crystals. All right, here's something new. A personalized mini bottle. It's like those mini bar Jack Daniels bottles with people's names on them. So you can get Patricia what she really likes, alcohol. Disney munchlings? Ooh, snakes though. Something about them. I don't know where Allie just came from because of the 500 square feet of awesomeness. I mean, look at the size of this place and look at the size of that freaking Sasquatch. He's gargantuan. Ooh, they got survival supplies. You got walking sticks, warm jackets, prison Mike bandanas up here. Look at this. They got Bigfoot, they got Littlefoot, they got Regular Foot, even a Yeti hat. I'm writing a children's book called Regular Foot. Copyright, trademark. It's mine. Don't copy me. Look at the frickin' size of that Jack Link's promotional. I mean, that thing is at least maybe 3.5 alleys tall. That's crazy. Oh, that's how you know you're in Nevada. They even have one of these in the airport. I dropped off Allie at Harry Reid Airport last year. There's freaking slot machines inside of it. Look at the size of that Red Bull can. It's a Red Bull Energy Lounge. Feels good to be back at Terrible's over here, right underneath the old restroom airplane. I just like this place because there are a heck of a lot of toilets in there. It's never busy. No one's ever pushing on the door trying to get in there. There's plenty of stalls. I mean, any port in a storm, but I prefer Terrible's, Love's, Buc-ee's to other options. Why are we talking about toilets? It's so funny because now they have a White Castle back here. Buy them by the sack. I have eaten White Castle before I had my celiac disease diagnosis back in the day, and it made me horribly ill, and I don't think it was because of celiac. Not a big fan of the flavor of White Castle burgers, although London likes to buy the microwavable ones you get at the grocery store or whatever. I made Allie try White Castle once in Missouri, and she never had it again. So, and Allie loves fast food, so that tells you what we kind of think of White Castle, but some people love it. I know people who drove all the way out here just to get White Castle when it opened up at this Terrible. They drove all the way from Orange County, California, just to get White Castle burger. So apparently I'm in the minority. See, if you're confused about where the restrooms are, just look up and the plane will guide you. The cool thing about these restrooms is, right, like you start like this, then you go in, you come out, you're like this. You start like this, you end up like this, happy. Look at the man, he's happy. That's an unhappy man. That's a happy man. Or this man just kicked this man in the you-know-where. Look at how much Bigfoot and alien stuff is around. Okay, I love aliens and Bigfoot. Actually, I'll tell you something. I don't believe in Bigfoot anymore. Thank you, Finding Bigfoot, the TV show. But I wish Bigfoot was real. However, I don't want to believe in aliens because they freak me out. And yet, just the mathematical probability is there are aliens out there somewhere. And according to the AI I just asked on the internet, it's far more likely aliens exist than Bigfoot. Which is weird, right? Sorry, Sasquatch. However, I did just get an email from a lady who says that she has seen and interacted with Bigfoot. And the next time I'm in Washington State, I cannot wait to follow up. I really want to go out and see some place where someone says, I saw a Bigfoot right here. I don't know why. It's just a thing lately. Fidelity fanny packs. Fidelity. High Fidelity. That is a weird name. Okay, that stumped me a little bit. Fidelity fanny packs. Fanny packs are back. Get a pack for your sack or your fanny. Get a sack for your fanny. A fanny sack. They should have called them fanny sacks. No, that's weird. Let's just call them fanny packs.
Whoa. They've got such great designs. Whoa. How do I look? Do I look cool? Do I look far out? Do I look out of this world?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Whoa, check out the planet. Whoa.
Wait a minute. We just got to Nevada. And all they've got here is California stickers?
Whoa, peace, man.
Actually, look at that. Eat pasta, run fasta. I like that. That's for me, Italian style. Whoa, good vibes in here, everybody. Hey, Allie, can we get this? Good vibes. Oh, wait, no good vibes. Vegas vibes only. Vegas vibes only. Oh, you don't have to get a breakup tiger anymore. You can get a breakup coaster. Nice. I have never used the Skittles remix machine. I can eat Skittles. I do eat Skittles. I enjoy eating Skittles. I shouldn't eat Skittles. I will eat Skittles. Look at that. Just lemon. Give me all the lemon and grape, baby. Load me up on lemon and grape. Hey, they even have Skittles Little, your favorite. You can fill up a Skittles Little bag right there. You can remix the rainbow and taste the rainbow. Holy cow. No, holy Bigfoot. This is definitely the station you want to come to when you need some Las Vegas gas. You also get some Las Vegas gas if you eat the White Castle burgers. I'm never getting sponsored by White Castle now. Oh, me undies. They got White Castle, they got freaking Krispy Kreme donuts in here. Krispy Kreme. Chris Warren, Krispy Kreme. My favorite thing is that they added the giant flying saucer. There's nothing cooler than a giant flying saucer. Come on. Anyway, look, they got pizza, they got snacks. I'm sure there's jerky in here as well. There's, yeah, premium jerky right over there. So there's all kinds of food. There's all kinds of souvenirs and snacks and stuff. They got Mexican blankets. They got ponchos. They got fudge. They got apples. One of these every day keeps the doctor away. Didn't work for me. Might work for you. Try it out. Apples. New from Kraft. Apples. Anyway, we do need to get gas and then get all the way into town and check into our hotel. We're gonna beat up with the party that brought us to Vegas in the first place. Allie's only going to be with me for a day or two because she's really only been to Vegas, like the Strip Vegas one time, and that was last year for a couple of days. So she's going to come enjoy the restaurants and stuff my friends are going to that I obviously can't eat in. Yes, I attend these functions. I sit at the table and everybody laughs at me. It's very fun. It should be a good time. So we'll have Allie for a couple of days and then a few other days of just you and me, you guys, my friends, and I wandering around Las Vegas, Nevada, because we're in that dead zone. We're in that time, you know, not between Christmas and New Year's. We're after New Year's now, but we're still in that sort of January dead zone. Nothing's going on. Nobody's going anywhere. Better to join my friends in Las Vegas than sit around and do nothing. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's light tuna. You know what? Tyler wouldn't like light tuna. He'd like some heavy tuna. Fake Tyler, look at all the tuna. Tuna, Tyler loves tuna stuff. All right, well, it's been wonderful traveling with you over to Las Vegas today. We are almost there. And then this adventure will be over. Just want to say before we get there and before we hang up, it's been fun having you. And go over to randomland.com because speaking of sweet swag, we got some really sweet swag over there. Obviously, there'll be a little shipping delay because we're going to be out of town for a couple of days. So we restocked the sweet Randomland R for Adventure hats. And there are still signed and personalized copies of my book available. So check it out if you have the time. Randomland.com. I know nobody goes to .coms anymore. Nobody browses the web. But if you have time, check that out for me. All right, we gassed up. Gas was like $4.49. I was expecting it to be cheaper once I crossed the state line. I guess not at Terribles. Maybe that's what the Terrible stands for. The gas prices, huh? And in just a few minutes, we shall reach our final destination. Now, you may be asking yourself, Justin, if you don't really drink or gamble, what do you do in Las Vegas? That's a question I ask myself every morning when I'm here. And that's a question we'll have to find out the answer to on the next video. For now, we have actually made it into Las Vegas. Looks like it's going to be a while until we get to our hotel. But I would say that's all right. We've done our duty. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching all the way to the very end. You'll never know how much that means to me. But for now, we've done our duty. It's time to hotel and sleep well. Remember, randomland.com, and I'll see you next time. Hey, look at this. Yeah, where's Woody and Buzz? I mean, Buddy and Woods. What is that? Look at that calico bird. A calico bird! What is that, a pheasant, a partridge, a quail? I have no idea what that is. I'm not a birdologist. I know nothing about birds.